The disclaimer, climbing is dangerous. I would not recommend this route to anybody, especially if you're solo and don't really have like any sort of route finding or climbing experience. Even if it's just like doing a couple big mountains or something, just to have that experience under your belt was big. We ended up not following the GPX and doing our own thing. If people don't know, I do a lot of rock climbing and mountains and stuff in my real life, so it felt pretty natural to me. But somebody who is unprepared, there is a lot of exposure on the route and some decent fall potential if something bad were to happen. I realized that my first video stopped when I was making it, so but basically, just to explain the route, we cut up from Flag Ranch, which is north of Jackson Lake. You cut up into Webb Canyon, and then from Webb Canyon you follow a trail until the last bit in Moose Basin, where you drop over, I think it's Horse Thief Pass or Dead Horse Pass, and then you go over one or the other, vice versa, from there. And that starts you on the Teton Crest North, and after that is when we start doing our scramble down to Lake Solitude. Of the Teton Crest Trail where you have to cut off, just the GPX that most people use, and then you drop down to Lake Solitude. You're on top, almost on top of a mountain, with the view of the Grand. All that is incredible up here, just walking up boulders and stuff. So we're going down to Lake Solitude. We found our own way right up there, going down that stuff. Been able to keep it below class 3, I would say. The other guy wanted us to go that way. Not really sure if that's better. Maybe more solid, but that's so cute. Little black bears.
Look how fast they swim.
Alright, we're leaving Jackson. Had a really good time. Got to see a lot of friends I've met on the road, which is really awesome. They gave me a place to shower, drove me around, helped out me and Rocket, and now I'm going into the Gros. If you actually sound it out, it's spelled like Gros Venture, but you know how the French are, so. But we had a little bit of an unfortunate run-in. My friend drove us to some BLM so we could camp. And then as we were loading up, I put my backpack on her tire, and as she drove away, she rode over my backpack. So part of the frame snapped. It's still well intact. The only thing that broke was my bottles and the stay. So the message Z-Packs, not terrible though. Could be worse. I checked all my electronics and everything's good, so we're all good. I'm going through the Gros wilderness now, and I gotta say, having hot springs and just gorgeous views everywhere, like, this is an absolute surprise. I'm impressed that most people that do the Tetons do not do this section. I would highly recommend it to anybody. It's like two and a half days of hiking to get through it. We're taking a northern trail alternate. It does a little bit more road walking. But we read a report from the main trail that's on the GPX. I'll show it on right up here. And it was just supposedly a lot of backcountry walking, like what I'm doing right now. And it had a lot of loose scree, and people struggled to get decent miles. So this is where we're at. Stay tuned because I'm about to enter the winds and hopefully summit Gannett Peak.